everybody, it's Heidi with Yoga Body and Soul. Happy Monday afternoon. We're going to be working on getting into Revolved Triangle. So a little bit of twisting, opening up of the chest, the hips. I like to call this one Revolve to Evolve because it rhymes for one thing. But second, when you get into twisted positions, they can mirror life. Life gets twisted up. And so knowing how to breathe through those poses on your mat can help you breathe through those situations in life. So we're going to practice that a little bit today. And twists are also calming for the body. So everybody could use a little bit of calm right now. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Just come to a cross-leg position, however is comfortable. Staying nice and tall, relaxing the shoulders down the back. Stacking those shoulders over the hips. Hands can rest on the knees. Drop the chin slightly. And we're going to reach the top of the head towards the ceiling. Close the eyes. And breathe through the nose. And just start to deepen the breath. Slow the breath down a little. Notice on the body where you're holding tension. Maybe in the legs or the hips, the back, the shoulders, maybe the jaw. And every inhale, take in a nice cleansing breath, filling up the belly and the lungs. And then on every exhale, as you release that air, start to release some of that tension towards the floor. The mind is racing with thoughts and worries. Just bring the focus to the breath. So focusing on each inhale and relaxing a little more on each exhale. Let the body, let the mind be in the moment. Here, where you're sitting. And let all the worries, all the concerns, just let them be outside of this space. Focus on the breath. We're going to link some movement with the breath. So we're going to sweep the arms out to the sides and all the way up above the head. Palms coming together if they can. On the inhale, and then exhale, let them slowly float back down. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale down. And last one. Sweep them up nice and tall. And exhale, bring them back down. Bring the hands to the knees for some neck stretches here. Sitting tall, inhale at center. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the head to the right. That right ear is coming towards the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, we're going to drop the head down to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin towards the chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the head to the right, and we're going to hold it here. And place the left hand on the floor by your side, increasing that stretch in the neck and in the shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the head to the left side, and we'll hold it here. We're going to reach that right hand out to the floor by the right side to increase the stretch. Inhale to center. And on the exhale, we're going to twist the body to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left, keeping the torso nice and tall. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale, last one to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, we're going to come onto our hands and knees for cat-cow pose. So you want the knees hip width apart and directly under the hips. Tops of the feet are on the floor. Hands are shoulder width apart with the wrists under the shoulders. Fingers spread wide. We're going to inhale, lower the belly towards the floor as we bring the tailbone and the head up. Exhale, round the back. Bring that belly button up towards the ceiling, chin towards the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the back towards the ceiling. 3 more rounds at your own pace. You can come to a flat back. Inhale here. Exhale to be on all fours. Then we're going to inhale, and we're going to reach the right arm and left leg out, trying to keep parallel to the floor. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale down. And last one, left arm, right leg. Exhale down. From here, we're going to come into down dog, so curl the toes under, raising those hips towards the ceiling, pushing the floor away. Start to warm up the hamstrings so you can bend the knees, straighten the legs. You can walk one leg out at a time. Start to get the body moving here a little. Inhale. Exhale. Step both feet to the hands into an easy forward fold. So knees are bent, torso's hanging down. Grab your elbows. Drop the hands down, arms down. We're going to slowly start to roll up, a little bit at a time. Shoulders and head coming up last. Standing tall. We're going to step that right foot back. Toes pointed in front of you, sides of the feet are parallel to the edge of the mat. We're going to fold down, hands coming to the floor in front of you. So a flat back here. We're going to do a little twist in. So inhale, raise that right arm up. So you're stacking the shoulders, so you can bring that hand to the hip if that feels better. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm up or hand to the hip. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm up. And you can bend the knees here if you need to. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale down. And last one, left arm up. Exhale down. From here, come up to standing. We're going to come to the front of the mat for mountain. So make sure that you're grounding those feet to the floor, pressing as much of the bottom of the feet into the floor, spreading the toes wide, standing tall, dropping the tailbone slightly towards the floor. Relax those shoulders down the back. Arms are by the sides, fingertips are reaching towards the floor. The head is reaching towards the ceiling, so nice and tall here, but also very grounded. Do a few rounds of sun salutations. So inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down, step to plank. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Remember, on that flow, you can always do to the belly and then cobra to up dog, or the chaturanga, up dog to down dog. So whatever feels good for you for today. Inhale. Exhale, step both feet to the hands, forward fold. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale, sweep them nice and tall. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart halfway up. Exhale, fold down, step to plank. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, step both feet to the hands, forward fold. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms nice and high. Exhale, hands to the heart. Last round, inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down, step to plank. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, step both feet to the hands, forward fold. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe here for just a minute. All right, we're going to come into chair pose. And we'll come to the floor and do some back bends. So, standing in mountain nice and tall. Dropping that tailbone slightly. We're going to inhale. We're going to reach the arms up, keeping the arms shoulder width apart. We're going to sit down in chair. So really sit that tush down as much as you can, keeping the knees behind the toes. Torso's tall, reaching those arms. Breathe. Bring the hands prayer position to the heart. We're going to come into a bit of a twist here. So that left elbow is going to come to that right knee. And you're going to try to lift that right side of the torso towards the ceiling, maybe even stacking the shoulders, maintaining the body in chair. Don't forget your breath. Come back to center. Other side, right elbow to the left knee, twisting that left side of the torso up to the ceiling. Coming back to center. And then we're just going to come into a forward fold. Just drop the hands down. Let that torso drop down, head towards the feet. Maybe bend the knees a little bit here. And straighten the legs. A little movement in this forward fold. All right. Widening the feet out to the sides of the mat at an angle. And we're going to come into a prayer squat. So just drop the tush down. Trying to keep the heels to the floor if you can. If not, that's okay. And just coming down the squat just as far as you feel comfortable with. And you can always place, if you have blocks or books, you can always place 2 blocks or however you need under the tush and kind of sit down on them if you need to. Maybe close the eyes in this position and send the gaze to the third eye, in between the eyebrows and up just a little bit. All right, hands come down to the floor, straighten those legs, bring the feet back to more of the middle of the mat, like in mountain, into a forward fold. All right, inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down, step to plank. We're gonna hold plank. So make sure you're up on your toes, feet are hip width apart, squeezing the abs up, sending that tailbone towards the feet, spreading the shoulders wide, wrists are under the shoulders. If you have to come to the knees at any point, feel free. Bring the focus to the breath. Bring the knees down, and then go ahead and bring the belly all the way down. We're going to do a couple of back bends here. All right, the first one is Sphinx pose. And we're going to start out by reaching the arms above the head. And pretend like somebody's pulling on the wrists and pulling on the ankles. So we're really lengthening the body, lengthening the spine. And as we start to come into this back bend, we want to remember that length in the spine. So slowly start to bring those elbows back towards the body, and they're going to come directly under the shoulders with the palms on the floor, shoulder width apart. And you're just bringing that chest up. So a very gentle back bend here. Feet are hip width apart, and you can send that tailbone towards the feet. Breathe. Slowly bring the chest and the head down, hands can come under the shoulders, and just relax the forehead down on the floor and relax the body. All right, we're going to do another back bend called seal pose. So this one, the hands are going to come out in front of the shoulders, and then they're going to come out to the sides. So you have more of a wide stance with the hands. And then the next inhale, you're just going to bring the head and the chest and the belly up, straightening the arms, Relaxing the shoulders down the back. So it's a little more intense here, so if you need to do Sphinx again, you can. And just let the front of the body kind of hang here towards the floor. And you'll notice this gets a little more into the lower back. Breathe through the tension. Breathe into those spaces. Just remember not to breathe through the pain. If it hurts, please come out of it. All right, lower the belly, lower the head, just relax to the floor. Hands under the shoulders. We're going to curl the toes under, push up to plank. And then we're going to come to down dog. And in this down dog, pay attention to where you're holding tension, what feels good, where maybe you can stretch just a little bit further. So really lengthen that spine, lifting the hips towards the ceiling, releasing through the hamstrings, bringing the heels towards the floor. All right, from here we're gonna flow. So inhale, exhale, you're gonna set the right foot up between the hands. Left foot's gonna be flat to the floor, and it's gonna be parallel to the back of the mat. Coming into warrior two, so that front leg is bent, knee over the ankle, reaching those arms out to the sides. Hips are facing in front of you. Just bring the gaze over the right fingertips. We're going to do reverse warrior, so drop that left hand down that back leg, right arm sweeping up straight to the ceiling or even maybe back towards the wall behind you a little bit, keeping that bend in the front leg. Come back, warrior two. From here, side angle. So that elbow is going to meet the knee. And that left arm is going to sweep over the head, reaching to that wall. Keeping that knee above the ankle. Really lengthening through that, all the way from that back foot out through the left fingertips. Come back up, warrior two. All right, we're going to straighten this front leg for triangle. So step that back foot about a foot closer. Get a little movement with the hips here. So move those hips to the right, to the left, side to side. All right, coming to center. We're going to bring that left hip towards that wall behind us. Reach out with that right hand, coming down to the shin, ankle, if you have a block there, or the floor. And if you feel like you're hunching that shoulder over, you can always bring that left hand to that left hip and just really opening that left side up to the ceiling. Reach that arm up. We're gonna bring that left arm down, start to turn the torso to face over the floor, and then just fold down into a pyramid. If you need to move the right foot out a little bit, if that feels better for the hips, you can do that. All right, bend that front leg. We're going to bring that left foot back a little bit farther, toes to the floor. Then we're going to bring that right leg back and come into plank. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Other side, inhale. Exhale, set the left foot in between the hands, right foot flat to the floor, parallel to the mat, bending that front left leg, reaching those arms out, sinking those hips, trying to reach that right hip out towards the wall behind you, looking over the left fingertips, lots of energy out through those fingers. Reverse warrior, right hand down that back leg, left arm straight up to the ceiling or even reaching towards the wall, keeping the bend in that front leg. Focus on the breath. Come back, warrior two. We're going to bring the elbow to the knee for side angle, reaching that right arm over the head towards the wall in front of you. Nice light of energy from those fingertips to that back foot. Come back up, warrior two. Straighten that front leg for triangle. Step that right foot a little bit closer. Maybe move the hips side to side here. Get a little movement. All right, coming to center, we're going to bring that right hip towards that wall as we're reaching that left arm and hand out and down. So coming to the shin, ankle, a block or the floor, reaching that right arm up to the ceiling, stacking the shoulders. Remember, you can always bring that right hand to the hip. Bringing that right arm down, we're going to come into a forward fold into pyramid. And if you need to move that left foot to the left a little, feel free. And just fold down over that front leg. From here, bend that front leg. We're going to move that right foot back a little bit more, up on the toes, and then move that left foot back to join it for plank. Find your plank. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Find the breath. So remember, if you don't have the breath, you don't have the pose. All right, inhale. Exhale, set the right foot between the hands, left foot flat to the floor, parallel to the mat, coming up, warrior two. Reaching those arms out, sinking those hips a little, looking over the right fingertips. I'm going to flow here, so inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, either side angle or extended side angle, so that right hand comes to the floor. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle or extended. Inhale, back, warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Step that left foot a little bit closer for triangle. Reach out with that right hand as that left hip reaches out behind you. Coming into triangle, left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, opening that left side up. Bring that left arm down, hands coming to either a block or the floor. We're gonna come into pyramid. So I'm gonna move my right foot out like I did last time. It feels better for my knees and my hips. Fold down for a few breaths. This is gonna set us up for the revolved triangle. So either hand on the floor or on a block. We're going to have that left hand at the block or inside the foot. We're going to start to twist that right side of the torso up towards the ceiling. So this is pretty intense of a twist in a standing pose. So that right hand can come just to the hip, or if you want to try to reach that right arm up, stacking the shoulders, you can. Maintain the breath. Remember, if you don't have the breath, you don't have the pose. Slowly bring that right arm down. Move the block if you have one there. We're going to bend that front leg again. Move that back foot back a little. And we're going to step that right foot back to plank. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot inside the hands. Right foot is back there. Parallel to the mat. Reach those arms out, looking over the left fingertips, warrior two. Move that knee so it's reaching towards that pinky toe. We're going to flow. So inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, either side angle or extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side or extended side angle. Come up, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Bring that right foot a little closer. Reach out with that left hand. Coming down to triangle, so shin, block, ankle, or the floor. Right arm reaches up, stacking the shoulders. Drop that right arm down, either to blocks or the floor. I'm going to move that left foot out to the left a little bit. Coming into pyramid, folding over that front leg. All right, now with the right hand by the right inside of that foot or on a block, we're going to come into revolved triangle. So really lengthening out that torso as you come up and then twisting so that left side comes up towards the ceiling. That left hand can come to the left hip and you can stay there. Both legs are straight. You can raise that left arm up if that feels okay. Find the breath. And then drop that arm down. Move your block if you have one. Bend the front knee, right foot coming up on the toes, going back a little farther. And then step that left foot back and come to plank. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. In this down dog, maybe take a few exhales through the mouth. All right, we're going to come to the knees for child's pose. The knees can either be together in the front of the body or wide on the edges of the mat, dropping the tailbone and tush towards the feet, dropping the belly down. If the knees are together, you can bring those arms to rest on the outside of the legs on the floor. And if the knees are wide, you can always fold the arms and rest the forehead on the forearms, just so we can get a nice restful pose here. Let the body relax. Let the body sink into the floor. Relaxing the shoulders and the jaw. Relaxing the hips and the legs. Slowly, we're going to come up to seated. We're going to come into staff pose. So legs are in front of you together. Feet are together, toes pointing towards the ceiling, sitting nice and tall, hands resting by the sides. Do a seated forward fold. So inhale, reach those arms nice and tall, lengthening the torso. And then exhale, starting at the hips, bring the belly down, chest down, reaching that head towards the feet, and then just dropping the arms wherever feels comfortable. Slowly roll back up to staff. Ease stretch posture, hands behind you, about 10 inches, fingertips pointing towards the feet. You can either lift up just the chest towards the ceiling, squeezing those shoulder blades together, or you can bring the hips towards the ceiling, toes towards the floor. Chin could be towards the chest or head dropped all the way back. Anywhere in between that feels good. And slowly come back down into staff. I'm going to come into cobbler's pose or butterfly. Bottoms of the feet are together. Heels are close to the inner thighs. Just letting those knees fall towards the floor. And you can always place blocks under the knees if that feels more supported. Sit nice and tall, grab the feet with the hands. Inhale, lengthen tall. Then exhale, we're going to start to, once again, bring the belly down, chest down. Those elbows can rest on the calves. I'm going to start to bring the head down. Wherever you feel that inner thigh stretch, trying to keep the back as flat as you can. Maybe try sinking just a little bit lower, playing with your edge. Slowly roll back up, sitting tall. Bring the legs to cross-leg position. Hands are behind you again, 10 inches or so. Fingertips pointing out behind you this time. And you can either lift up just the chest towards the ceiling, or you can bring it up to the knees, a little bit more of a back bend. Wherever the neck is comfortable, that's where you drop the head. And back to seated. All right, we'll go ahead and come onto our backs. Feet are on the floor. Just let the hips and the shoulders settle down to the floor. Arms are by your sides. Then we're going to bring those legs up. Feet towards the ceiling, just getting legs as straight as is comfortable. You can flex the feet or point the toes, even roll the ankles here if you want. Press that lower back into the floor. Bring the knees to the chest. Arms out like a T, palms touching the floor. We'll get a little twist in here. So drop those knees down to the right side of the body, just as far as those knees want to come down, keeping that left shoulder down as much as you can. And you can look up to the ceiling or turn the head to the left. Slowly bring the knees back to center, back to the chest. Now we're going to drop them down to the left side of the body, just letting those knees drop as close to the floor as they can. Keeping that right shoulder down as much as feels good. You can look up towards the ceiling or turn the head to the right. Try to let the body relax into the twist. So relaxing tension out of the shoulders, out of the jaw, out of the legs. Slowly bring the knees back to center, back to the chest. Really press those knees into the chest, the thighs into the belly. Happy baby, drop the knees out to either side of the body. Feet can rest in the middle, or you can bring the bottoms of the feet towards the ceiling, grabbing the thighs, the calves, or the outsides of the feet. Letting those knees sink towards the floor. And rock side to side. Give the spine a little massage. Back to center. Knees to the chest. Now it's time for Shavasana, final relaxation. So just drop those legs down to the floor. Feet falling open, the edges of the mat. Or you can keep the feet on the floor with the knees bent. That feels better for the lower back. Adjust the hips and shoulders. Arms are by the sides, palms facing the ceiling. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Tighten up the legs, the tush, the abs, the hands and the arms, shoulders, the face. And then consciously release all of that tension. Just let the body melt down to the floor. Close the eyes. Breathe through the nose, just nice, smooth, even breaths. And relax. If there's any tension in the body, in the legs, in the hips, the lower back, the shoulders, the jaw. On every exhale, just let that tension go. Let it sink into the floor. The mind starts to wander, starts to race with all kinds of thoughts. Bring the focus to the breath. Noticing each inhale as it fills up the belly, fills up the lungs, presses the back to the floor. And then on every exhale, notice how all of that tension can be released as the belly button sinks towards the floor. And just focus on how each inhale and exhale enters and leaves the body. going to focus to the breath. Awareness to the body. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Slowly bring the feet to the floor, hip width apart. And bring the knees to the chest. Roll to the right side, rest your head on your arm. And then gently push up to a seated position. Just sitting cross-legged, back's nice and tall. Hands can rest on the knees. Close your eyes, we'll breathe here. Bring the hands, prayer position, to the heart center. And just notice the body, notice the mind. And remember that we practice twists so that when we're in a twist, we can breathe into those spaces and calm the body, so that in life, when life gets twisted, we focus on the breath. We can calm ourselves in those difficult situations. Last breath here. And you can open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. This will be on Facebook and it'll be on YouTube later tonight. So hope you all have a good rest of your day and a good rest of your week. Bye.